You know, Caitlyn Jenner is actually the real El Chapo. The problem is he hasn't actually done the chopping, so I say he's a fraud. But me, I've gone and I've had surgery and I've had these prosthesis ears added. I am now choosing to be trans-zoological, I believe is the term. I may just have to be trans-abled and chop my arms and legs off and be known as a biscuit and live in a box, be taken care of. And if you don't accept it, you're hateful. In fact, if you don't adopt my lifestyle and wear dirty brown socks on your ears after you work out, you're a racist, you're a homophobe, you're an anti-zoological phobe, you're a piece of filth. So now, I become my new self.
He's a family man. He's a Christian. Yeah. He doesn't believe in abortion. He doesn't believe in homosexuality. And let me tell you, I believe in God. And God is going to make sure Mr. Romney wins. He's trying to convince people that he didn't go to that church for 20 years. He was a member of that congregation for 20 years.
He's acknowledged he went there.
Not 20 years. He's a Muslim. He has a Muslim father. That's his background. And he reads the Quran.
You talked about him going to Reverend Wright's church for 20 years.
Yes.
But now you also think he's a Muslim.
Well, he is a Muslim. His father was a Muslim. His father was an atheist, and his father was a communist.
Was his father a Muslim, or was his father an atheist?
He's all three.
Folks, they know they're losing. Listen, I know this isn't right. I know I'm not supposed to say it. Don't worry, Denise. It's not going to be anything bad. Denise is like, whenever I say that, I think she's like, no. But I know I shouldn't say this. I know it's not right. Really, in my heart, I know. But I tweet it out before I get on the show, and I mean it. I'd be lying to you otherwise. My entire life right now is about owning the libs. That's it. The libs, because they've shown themselves through this Kavanaugh abomination of a process to be, I'm talking about the libs on Capitol Hill, and sadly some of these radical groups, to be pure unadulterated evil, what they did to this guy. You have to lose. I'm sorry. We win, you lose, the new rules are in effect. My life is all about owning the libs now. We have got to get this guy appointed on the Supreme Court.
So Hitler himself was an active homosexual, but Hitler recruited around him homosexuals to make up his stormtroopers. They were his enforcers. They were his thugs. And Hitler discovered that he could not get straight soldiers to be savage and brutal and vicious enough to carry out his orders, but that homosexual soldiers basically had no limits in the savagery and brutality they were willing to inflict on whoever Hitler sent them out.
Hi, everybody. All the big banks and the Chinese government and the EU fund socialism to screw you over and enslave you. Hi, everybody. I'm here with this blood-drinking criminal. Oh, hi, everyone. Hi. Oh, Venezuela's collapsing. 4 million are on their way here. Oh, hi, everybody. Here, let's hear what she's saying on Face the Nation right now.
She ran a extraordinary campaign.
She ran an extraordinary. Listen, I never had a paying job till I was 44. Other people aren't criminals like me. I think I'm over them because I have a criminal instinct. Look, I can F everybody over because they're not awake till I'm a criminal. I mean, just look at these people.
That's really what feminism is. It's a giant suicide bomber that's meant to blow up tradition. And I'm telling you, it only leads to death and suffering. We have equality in this country. Let's start enjoying it and being normal human beings for a change.
If you really want to help the people on the border, go get them and bring them into your house. But don't make me do it. That's between me and the Lord. And if I'm really a Christian, then I am going to reach out to my Christian brothers and sisters who are in need, and I do that. But I'm sure as HELL not going to demand the government take care of them. I thought there was a separation between the church and the state. I thought morality was personal, yet the government's telling the church how the church should behave. Can't you see it? They murder babies. They light up the White House with rainbow colors and then tell us how we're supposed to treat children. It's the devil. It's the stinking devil. Deception. I'm kicked off.
Introducing the cleanest, purest, most researched heart and body energy nootropic out there. I'm so excited. It's a 2-month supply, and it goes directly to supercharging the body. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, the Real Red Pill. Now, this doesn't compete with Brain Force Plus that's so incredibly popular and is a very, very inexpensive, high-quality nootropic that blows away the competition.
When they get rid of Donald Trump, they're going to crush the people who voted for him.
That's exactly right, Rick.
Your country's being taken away from you. It's not that it's going to be taken. It's in the process of being taken now. This is a revolution. It is a communist, Marxist, socialist, leftist revolution. And it has the potential to turn bloody. I would say that we need to be prepared for this fall. Be prepared. I pray to God that the leftist, Marxist, socialist, communists in this country do not assassinate Republican candidates for the House and Senate and governor.
Yes.
And other positions. But be prepared that as we go into October, that they will carry out targeted killings of Republicans. If that happens, then you know that a violent revolution has now begun.
Yes.
And if the leftists win control of the House and or Senate in November, the old saying, Katie, bar the door, watch out. Because from 2019 to 2020, this country is going to be ripped to pieces.
It will, yes.
We will be torn to pieces. They will do everything that they have to do to get Donald J. Trump out of the White House. If they get control of the House and Senate, they will impeach him probably the first day they're in power. Mm-hmm. Probably the first thing that they do will be to impeach Donald Trump.
Right.
We're that close to civil war. We're that close to violent, bloody revolution in this country.